Hello, Days of Our Lives fans. This is for Thursday, April the 4th. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, there's a whole lot of people that would like to see EJ gone. I mean, the list is long. But we pick up like from yesterday. It's re-showing some parts, and he's standing, talking to Stefano. And he's listing all these people that can't stand him and are out to get him. What he doesn't know is there is a mic that was hidden in his home there in that great room or whatever, and it's recording everything he says. This will come in handy. Rafe planted it when he was there not too long ago. He takes a drink, he sits down, and he says, I win. I win. And he lifts his glass up and he takes a drink, and he looks over, and this is where he sees someone there, and he says, what are you doing? And the look in his eyes makes me feel like this is someone that he loves that is shooting him. Whether it's a family member, is it Johnny, maybe Belle? I mean, who? So, bam, you hear the shot, and it sounds kind of like it had a silencer on it. Because it wasn't really loud. And there's EJ. He fell on the floor. And whoever it was escaped out the French doors. Well, Chad came over because EJ was mad at him about publishing that article about their family, and he wanted to go over and talk to him about it. So he's yelling for him. Nobody's answering. He goes in the living room and finds EJ, and what an actor Dan Fjorgel is. Oh my God. And he's sitting there blubbering for just a little bit. Of course, blubbering, that's not what I meant to say. He's rambling a little bit. You can hear him. Chad tells JJ he didn't see anything. There wasn't anybody there. As soon as he saw EJ, he was just trying to save his life and get him help. Of course, our girl Kat's in the background. Of course, her heart is hurting for her boy Chad. So EJ says he'll get back to him, once he has anything he can share. Well, Chanel is telling her mother, I'm so worried about Johnny, Mom. He went to see his grandpa, and that was hours ago, and I've been texting him and calling him, and he's not answering any of my calls or texts, and I'm so worried. He feels like he's responsible for all this. Johnny comes in, and he tells her he's acting very strange, and then he tells her, well, I just went for a walk in the park after I talked to my grandpa. And then he gets a call from Chad, and Chad tells him his dad was shot, and Johnny says, I see. So he gets off the phone, and Chanel's like, what's going on? And he says, EJ was shot, and he's at the hospital. And she's like, oh my God, Johnny, let me get my jacket, and I'll go with you. And he said, go with me where? And she said, to the hospital. He said, I'm not going to the hospital. I don't care what happens to him. He got what he deserved. And I mean, Chanel and Paulina and myself included were shocked when this came out of his mouth. And he just walked off. And I know they're both thinking the same thing. Did he just shoot his dad? But Paulina, she ain't gonna rat her baby out. I can tell you that right now, mayor or not mayor. So, not only was Johnny hard to get a hold of, JJ has been trying to reach Gabby or Rafe. He went to their house. Nobody was there. Everything was dark. And he's been calling Gabby all day and texting her. He called her office, and they said she left hours ago. So, he is stressing out just a little bit, wondering, where is she? What's going on? Is she okay? I can't stand that new Abby. I just can't stand Gabby. I just can't stand her. So the detectives are casing out the joint here, looking for evidence. JJ's overseeing it. Now, they have not found yet this, and this is the mic that Rafe planted last week when he snuck in EJ's house, although he got caught, because they want to try to set EJ up. So that mic's going to have recorded everybody that had a grievance with him. So Kate is bent out of shape. She's trying to reach Roman. Roman, why don't you answer your phone? Roman's not answering his phone. And she's like, I have to talk to you. It's important. Well, Rex had an accident, and it was a hit and run, and she thinks that EJ had something to do with it, although he did not. So he comes in, and she's like, Roman, I've been trying to get a hold of you. And he said, well, good, Katie, I've been trying to get a hold of you. And she said, I need to talk to you. It's about EJ. And what does Kate have? This is her earlier when she was trying to call him. She has a gun. So she's not the first one that has a gun. Jada was putting her hands on her gun yesterday, talking about EJ. Ava has a gun. Speaking of Ava, here she comes with all her suitcases and shit. And she's like, I'm moving to Hong Kong. I missed my son trip. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. So they say their goodbyes and she is off. But where is she off to? There she is. She's in the park. She pulls out the gun. Wait a minute. I think that's when she was outside of EJ's house. But she goes, yeah, that is outside of EJ's house. That's from yesterday. She was outside EJ's house and it was showing the gun as well. But then we find her today. She's in the park. And what's she doing? She is pulling out a gun with a napkin and sticking it in the garbage. Looks like she shot EJ, right? The gun, she's fleeing town. Woohoo. Okay, so this is the box that Roman's gun was in. He goes and gets it after he's alone and opens it up, and you can see there's no gun in there. But then you see Roman put a gun in the box. This would lead you to believe that Roman took the gun and went and shot EJ, but he did not. What he did do is he found out the gun was gone, and this is just my theory, and he went and got another gun to replace it and put it in the box. So he's covering for whoever took the gun, and he thinks it's either Kate or Johnny. He probably knows it's Johnny. And this is Johnny yesterday when he was opening the box, taking the gun. So nobody said that that's what Roman was doing or thinking. That's just my thoughts and my theory. But it leads you to believe. So there's Johnny with that gun, and he hates his dad. He told him the other day, you're dead to me. I don't care what happens to you. And also yesterday, this is Jada talking about EJ and rubbing her hand on her gun. So who shot EJ? I'm going to put up a special video.